Welcome back to my channel EzyMentor. So we were discussing data analytics part of that data on my previous video. So we plot three charts using three pivot tables and we are discussing more charts. So here I have the data in my data sheet and I am going to create a pivot table using that data. So just copy this pivot table and paste it over here. Move the values from this table and we can start to create the pivot table using the exam result in the rows and the interest in the statistics subject in the columns, and we need to see how many students on each category. So this is the pivot table. Here you can see the students, some of them told they didn't like the subject statistics and they failed. Their count is 15. Some students, you can see here, they told they loved the subject but they failed. So the count is 3. 3 students, they loved the subject but they failed. And you can see here, some students had told they didn't like the subject but they passed the exam. So the count is 11, which means 11 students, they said they didn't like the subject but they passed. And here also you can see some students told they loved the subject and they passed. So this is the count on each category, and we are going to create a pivot chart using this table, using this pivot table. Go to pivot chart option. We are going to create it, and this is our chart. Just resize this chart, and you can see here the chart is now visible. I'm going to change the design of the chart. Again, different style, and you can see here the chart is. You can move these variables. I want to see only the result of past, so I filter over here, and if I want to see only the result of failed, I want to filter using this option. Then I am going to clear the filters from this chart. So this is the chart, and you can here see 27 students, 11 students, 3 students, and 15 students. This is the chart. And like this, you need to understand the chart and the table. Again, I am going to copy paste this pivot table into a new sheet, new area, new location, and I am going to change this values, and I am going to add final exam score into the values. I don't want to see sum, I want to see only the average, which means I want to see average score on these two categories, these two variables, which means the average score of the students who said they didn't like the subject and they didn't pass the exam, they failed the exam, is the average score is 28.9. So they studied well. Next you can see some students, they loved the subject but they failed. Their average score is 12.6, which means their performance was little bit low. And you can see some students said they didn't like the subject and they passed. They have scored 37.6 as the average score. It's quite better because you can see they didn't love the subject but they studied well and they passed the exam and they scored an average of 37.6. And here you can see the average score of the students who have told they love the subject and they passed the subject. So their average score is 64.444. And using this chart also, using this data also, we can create a pivot table. I'm going to create a pie pivot table, pivot chart. Just resizing the chart. So I created a pie pivot chart, and here you can filter the data and see yes and no separately. So I want to see only the data of no. I want to see only the result of yes. So move it like this. So you can see here 12 students, 12.66, and the percentage is 25%. Just change the chart style and layout everything so you can see it very clearly, percentage values. And I'm going to create this chart, and I'm giving the color as this one. So you can see here there are 16% of students. They told, they didn't, they loved the subject and but they failed. Like this you can filter the chart to see what's happening in the chart, what is the result. Here also you can filter and see. Then next I'm going to create a new chart using this same data, and I'm going to drag the pivot tables. I'm going to copy the pivot tables into a new location. I want to see something different. So here's the data. I'm ready with the data. I want to see how's the performance of here we are going to see how the performance of gender. So I am just dragging this to upside, and I want to add gender into the columns. So you can see here the result is visible, and here you can see females, no one failed, males 18 students failed, and females 10 students. All the 10 students passed the exam, and males 28 students passed the exam. So using this data also you can create charts, and I'm going to change the value field setting to the average value. Sorry, one mistake, because I want to change this variable and I want to add the final exam score onto here. So I don't want to see the sum, I want to see only average value. So put it average. Here you can see females, their average score is 66.3, which means quite better. They studied very well and they scored 66.3, an average score in their final exam. And here you can see the average score of male who have passed the exam is 53.25, which is also quite better. You can see failed students, their average score is also quite not problem. Average score is 26.22. So you can create charts from this data also. Go to pivot charts, and you can create a bar which is aligned horizontally, and you can see this is also a bar chart. Just resize the chart, and you can insert these kind of charts also in your dashboards. And I'm just changing the style, the color, want to see the graphs in a beautiful way. So I'm just changing the color and the graph mode, everything. So like this, we can do, there are many loads of variables in the data. Like this, we can create so many charts from the variables inside this data. Like these charts, we will go and paste in a new sheet, and we will create dashboard using the data. Using the charts, we plot. So let's stop for today, and I will come with the same data on next video. And practice with, I will upload the files in my GitHub account, and you can find my materials over my GitHub account, and you can download the Excel sheet from there, and you can start the practice. So start now to practice and to study how to create charts like this, how to create chart using pivot tables, pivot charts, and how to create dashboards using the created charts. Okay then, thank you for today.